OK, let's go to our interviews now. And first up, Jim Manson talks with Sandy Bay coach Jeff Whitten.
Jeff, 2 wins in succession. I suppose it's a combination of relief and joy for you.
Well, it's certainly a joy today, Jim. It was a very hard game. It was one that we knew we had to win. The boys knew it. They had everything to gain, and they've done it the hard way. A lot of individual efforts which were very, very strong today.
Jeff, is it true that you've reduced the workload for the Bay on the training track?
No, that's not true at all. I've increased it.
All right, my information must be wrong then.
It certainly must.
Wayne Fox, did you have a scare with him at training on Thursday night?
Yes, well, because of the situation with the grounds, we had to train on another ground which was soft, and he may have slightly pulled a calf muscle, but it didn't affect him today.
More information I'm supposed to have. He hasn't got a knee injury of any sort?
No, not today at all. No, not at all.
Lots of responsibility on Joyce and Watermouth now for you in the ruck that Louth has departed.
Waterworth? Well, I think Chris Waterworth will be 10 times the ruckman that Louth was, because he has a go.
And Joyce?
Joyce he gives us 110% every week. You know, he carried it all today, did a great job.
Shane Stevenson's game today.
For first back after such a dramatic injury, you know, he just keeps on going and keeps trying. He's just, he's a pro footballer.
Obviously pleased with Stephen Spalding.
Yeah, gee, it was a big game from Stephen. He loves the mud. You know, he was the pivot for us today. He really put in hard. Michael said, you know, I haven't seen Mike play a game like that for a long time.
Are you going to make Mike Seddon into a backman?
Well, it's hard to take him away now, isn't it?
It certainly is. What about McGregor's vital goals in that third quarter?
Yes, well, Jock had it laid on the line to him, and, you know, as did most of them today, and I think that a lot of them showed a lot of courage and a lot of character today.
Jeff, today's win closes the gap on 5th place. What are your plans now regarding that final 5?
Well, we'll take it each week as it comes. We'll have North Hobart next time. We're going to train even harder and longer, and we want to be in competitive state by the time we play Clarence here in Queenbarra in a couple of weeks.
Jeff Whitten there, Sandy Bay coach, and Jeff's now 1 2 out of 3.
And that could tell the story of that match you just mentioned against Clarence in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, well, the Bay, as we mentioned, they're a chance of making the 5, but gee, they've got to keep winning games. You know, can't afford to lose really
right.
any.
No.
And, well, Burnie, they can't win away from home.
Can't lose at home virtually and can't win anywhere else.
And I don't know, if they do get into the 5, if they do make it, I think they really will only make up numbers, probably, Burnie. So, you know, they are lacking a little there. OK, let's go back into the Sandy Bay rooms, and Jim Manson talks now with Michael Seddon.
Mike, a fine game from you today. It looks like the coach is going to make you into a backman. What do you think about that?
It's all right. I've been waiting all year. It's taken a bit of the pressure off. I haven't enjoyed being on the forward line this year. I've lost a bit of pace, and so it makes it easier for the backmen to stop me. But back there, it takes a bit of pressure off me.
Mike, we can see what you look like, but describe the conditions for us out there today.
I played him better.
You feel a different atmosphere in the team than there was, say, a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, we were confident today. I could tell that we were confident before the game. We've had it at times, but it's up and down over the course of a game, up and down every week. But today it was 4 quarters. It was great.
Michael Seddon, and summing it up well there.
I think he was just waiting for that interview to get over and dive into the shower.
Freezing. He was so cold, and Jim kept him there for a while. But no, he's having a great year again, Michael, and well, if they do well, he's going to play an important role.
Yeah, and interesting to see him moved into the back line. A lot of forwards do that later in their career.
Well, as he said, he's lost that little bit of pace and probably will find it a little easier on the back line, or, you know, more suited to his play now.
Yeah.
OK, Jim Manson talks with a couple of the Bay's youngsters now in Shane Stevenson and Rod Banks-Smith.
Shane, what a welcome back to league football.
Yeah, it was good to be back today, and the fellas really put in for 4 quarters today, and the feeling around the club's terrific at the moment. It's excellent.
It was a dog of a day, and I wonder whether you still feel any effects of that old break from last year.
No, the leg's 100% at the moment. I can't feel it at all, and it's just good to be back in the team, and especially in the winning team at the moment. So hopefully we can go along with it now and make a charge for the final 5.
Rod, I suppose you've spent most of your career in the reserves, but you welcome the opportunity now to get a go in the seniors?
Yeah, it was a good chance today. We've got a pretty good team. We're sort of confident of going on from here. And, yeah, I loved it.
What position do you prefer playing?
I do like the back line, but I was playing on the wing today. And it was all right there, you know. I liked it. I was playing on Keegan, which sort of wasn't real easy, but it was good fun. Really enjoyed it.
Well, the Bay's now creeping up the ladder. Do you think you can make the 5?
Oh, yes, easy. Very confident. Yeah. Players are feeling good.
Rod Banks-Smith there and Shane Stevenson, two of the Sandy Bay younger players, and good to see Stevenson back and playing well too. He was drafted, of course, to Fitzroy last year, but broke his leg towards the end of the season and is having another year for Sandy Bay. So it was bad luck for Stevenson and Fitzroy, but probably good luck for Sandy Bay. They've kept him another year. OK, let's venture into the Burnie rooms now, and Jim Manson talks with Mark Scott.
Mark, a loss you could ill afford. What's your draw like now relevant to a place in the final 5 from here in?
Well, we'll still be trying for the top 3. A very disappointing day. I know they were trying conditions, but you just can't win with 4 or 5 blokes putting their bodies in. We had too many guys down, didn't play in front, and we have got a reasonable sort of draw. But we've got New Norfolk next week. They're 8 points away now. At home, West Park, we just have to win.
Mark, your knee operation, how's it coming on?
Very well. Yeah, I had a slight operation on Tuesday. It's excellent.
So how long for you?
Hopefully this week.
Craig Cross, a big loss to the team?
Obviously, yeah, very big loss, but we didn't have Crossy last game, so, you know.
I know you're going to make excuses, but conditions out there today really wouldn't suit Burnie's style of play, would it?
Well, I think it would, because I thought we had, on paper, we had guys that will have normally have a bit of a dip and have a go, and that just didn't happen today. We just played from behind.
Well, you struggled for most of that third quarter, you'd remember, hardly getting the ball forward at all.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. We've been good the last 3 weeks. Before today, getting it out of the middle, and it just wasn't on today.
Just refer to one battle out there between Plant and Fox.
Yeah, interesting battle. 2 characters, so, you know, Foxy kicked a couple of goals. We only kicked 3, so it's a fair score, isn't it?
I'm sorry to have to throw this question to you again, but even if you do make the 5, given your abysmal record away from home, do you still think you could win a premiership?
We've just got to get in the 5. And, like, I played in the side last year at Fitzroy Reserves. We ended up just scraping in round 22, getting in the 5, and we ended up winning the flag. So anything can happen in football, as you sort of know.
Yeah, that's a fair answer. They did too, Fitzroy. They just made the 5 and they ended up winning the premiership. And, of course, that side, well, a lot of Tasmanians in the Fitzroy side.